What is going on, everyone? Let's talk about what may be my future home state, the Keystone State, Pennsylvania. What's ironic about the nickname, the Keystone State, is Pennsylvania isn't a state. It's a commonwealth. And if you don't know the difference between a state and a commonwealth, there's not much of a difference. It's more or less just a word these days. There are some small differences, so those of you out there about to correct me, just stop typing. Pennsylvania is one of my favorite states or commonwealths. They have some of the best small towns in the country, including one I consider to be the best one in the country, Honesdale, Pennsylvania. They also have some not so great places, just like every state. Pennsylvania, like any state in or around the New England area, runs deep in colonial and Revolutionary War history. In case you don't know where the Keystone State is, here you go. Pennsylvania is ranked 5th in population, 33rd in area. They were admitted into the Union on December 12, 1787. That made them the second state, or Commonwealth. Pennsylvania is considered to be a balanced state when it comes to population growth. They have about the same amount of people moving in as moving out, and that's according to the United Van Line study for 2018. Pennsylvania is a great state with some of the best people in this country, but it's not for everyone. If you're thinking about moving to the Keystone State, I'm going to explain some things you should know before you go in my top 10 reasons not to move to Pennsylvania. Number 10. Hunting season. Pennsylvania residents are very big hunters and trappers. While many Americans celebrate many unofficial holidays like National Donut Day, National Talk Like a Pirate Day, and April 20th, Pennsylvanians celebrate the first day of hunting season like it's the 4th of July with gunfire instead of fireworks. This is a big day for most of Pennsylvania. Like most states, they have different dates for different hunting types and games. For the most part, it's normally between early October to late January, with a sprinkling of other dates throughout the year. So basically, if you have a problem with hunting and hunters, you're going to have a problem with a lot of people half the year, it seems. Keep that in mind before you move there. Number 9. Commonwealth. Here's a little fact people from the West Coast don't know about Pennsylvania. It isn't actually a state, it's a commonwealth. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there's really no difference between states and commonwealths in the U.S., minor differences. The term is used mainly to focus on the common welfare of the residents. But if you do call it a state in front of some of the locals, you're gonna get an earful. So if you move there, save yourself a handful of 10-minute aggravating conversations and just say Commonwealth. So this one isn't as much a reason not to move to the state of Pennsylvania or Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. It's really just something you should know. Number 8. Anti-Halloween. While the rest of the world is celebrating Halloween on October 31st, various areas of Pennsylvania have probably already had their Halloween activities. Mainly for safety concerns, some areas have designated trick-or-treating times, where trick-or-treating is allowed, and on a scheduled day. These days can range depending on the area that you're going to, but it could be as early as October 17th. Now, for a place that probably leads the country in stories of hauntings, you'd think they'd go all in on this tradition. If you do move to certain places in the Quaker State, and yes, that's another nickname that Pennsylvania has, be prepared for your kids to be confused and disappointed. Nobody wants to see a young ghost or Dracula disappointed. Number 7. Hunting laws. Hunting is a good time for many Pennsylvanians. With any good time comes laws. Just another way of the man trying to keep you down. One law being, you're able to fish on your own property with no license. However, in order to hunt on your own property, you do need a license. Also, you may not use dynamite to catch fish. Now, to me that's common sense. High explosive fishing never is a good idea. I normally would have been shocked to read that they actually had to get to the point where they made a law about this one, but then again I just did a video on Kansas and I learned that it's illegal to shoot bunnies from speedboats. So in both these cases that means someone has done this many, many times and been warned many, many times, and it got so bad they had to make a law. So if you're a hunter, make sure you read up on all the laws and leave your dynamite at home. Number 6. Traffic. Traffic can get pretty rough, especially the closer you get to any major city, like most states. Pittsburgh is bad, but Philly is nuts. I was in Philadelphia this last June, and I thought the traffic was bad because I was near the airport. I was wrong. It went on like this for like 10 miles in about 2 hours. Do yourself a favor. Take public transportation if possible. Just reduce your time in traffic and don't plan on getting anywhere during the summer months. That's also referred to as construction season, like a lot of East Coast states. This one's just for me, but I'm from Oregon and the West Coast. We don't have a lot of toll roads or anything like that. I got on the turnpike. I didn't know what was going on. Luckily, when I was getting off, I ran into a guy that kind of explained it to me, but it was still confusing. He was really nice too. Kept calling me buddy and really loud. "It's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it, buddy." It was strange, but nice. But yeah, it's easy to get lost. It's easy to get stuck in traffic in Pennsylvania. Just know what you're doing. Use that land nav system you have on your car or phone. Number 5, the frickin' Amish. Now, this one kind of bleeds into the whole traffic thing, and it's the Amish. With more than 60,000 Amish residents, don't be surprised if you get stuck behind a horse-drawn buggy. Just hope a passing lane comes up and comes up soon. Horses don't move too fast. Now, when it comes to the Amish, it's great. Live your life how you want. But come on. Those hats and those beards, and that's just the women. The men have even stranger hats. If you move to a major city, you'll probably never see any Amish. But make a wrong turn down a country road, and it's like you went back in time. And it's strange how most cultures keep progressing. They're moving forward. Some faster than others, but for the most part, they keep moving forward. Not the Amish. It's like they picked a date and stuck with it. Kind of like fashion at a retirement community. Go to any retirement community anywhere in this country and you'll still see 1970s leisure suits made out of polyester. I'm not even kidding. Number 4, income tax. Like most states, they have income tax. No doubt, right? Pennsylvania has pretty low income tax rate at 3.07%. That's currently. However, on top of state and federal income tax, residents have to pay local income tax and local service tax to the city where they live. So while your income tax rate starts off pretty low, it can build kind of quick. Kind of like a Comcast bill. Oh, and Comcast is headquartered in Philadelphia. So that sucks for Pennsylvania. Number 3, the snow. Pennsylvania gets some serious snow. Some areas get up to 45 inches of snow per year. Now, as if being snowed in isn't bad enough already, depending on where you live, there might be laws regarding snow removal. In Lancaster, property owners are required to remove snow from the sidewalks in front of their house within 5 hours of the last snowfall. However, in Pittsburgh, residents are allowed 24 hours to remove it. Now that sucks. But hey, if you're an out-of-state fisherman, maybe you can use some of that unused dynamite you got laying around to clear the snow. That's how my grandmother used to do it. Number 2, mailing addresses. Mailing addresses can get pretty confusing here, mainly because of all the unincorporated towns. They basically operate the same as a neighborhood. There are no government structures, there's no post office, so they're not official towns or cities. It's really weird. While many people will say that they live in, say, something like Taylor or Old Forge, their mailing address will still say Scranton. And it's hard to understand if you're an outsider. It's really just not normal. Kind of like a 1970s leisure suit being worn these days. And number 1, Philadelphia. The city of brotherly love, once the poster child for American independence, now has become a crime-infested city of poverty and depression. I've been to Philadelphia a few times in my life. I was blown away by its history. The Declaration of Independence, the Liberty Bell, the Franklin Institute, and even the Rocky statue. However, beyond the historical portions of this great city, you have the impoverished parts of Philly. This city in some places doesn't represent the greatness of this country. It's just a stark reminder of our failures. And it's sad. This city should be so much better. Don't get me wrong, there's parts of Philadelphia that are really nice and, really amazing, but there's a large portion of it that is just ugly. But hey, they have great cheesesteaks, so it makes it all better, right? Alright, so that's my top 10 reasons not to move to Pennsylvania. Like I said, Pennsylvania is a great state. I love it. I will probably move there soon. But these are just things you should probably consider before you make that move. Be forewarned. Just know about them ahead of time and you're fine. Don't forget all the links below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.